The next game is a similar one, but also a slightly different one. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, c3, knight f6, d3, a6, bishop b3, bishop a7, h3, and now the move castle immediately. This move is a mistake, because now white plays bishop g5, and the difference in the position is that black bishop is already on a7, and the bishop cannot go from c5 to e7 to free the knight on f6. Previously we were looking at the game against Shulskis, and there the bishop was standing on c5, and the bishop could return to e7. And then the pin not dangerous anymore. But in this game it is dangerous, and very, very much dangerous. So d6, knight bd2, bishop e6, knight h2. The same standard plan as we seen in the previous game. h6, bishop h4, and the only way to avoid move queen f3 on knight g4 is to play g5, bishop g3, queen d7. Now black is free, so he is not pinned anymore, but the position of the black king is weakened. So now white begins the direct attack on the black king, playing h4, g4, and now queen e2. As in Ruy Lopez in Spanish, also keeping both options for castling available. So the same setup, the pieces are almost on the same places. I am ready to castle. b5. So this makes castling a little bit more difficult, because then black can play b4 and attack my pawns on the queen side. So now I'm playing f3, attacking the pawn on g4 and trying to open the position. Knight h5. Of course it was possible to take on f3 here, but it will not help much, because the king will become open and the target. So in the game it was played knight h5, now knight df1, bishop b3, ab3. After exchange on f3, white is taking on f3. After knight g3, knight g3, the knight is going to e5, another knight is going to g4 with decisive attack. And after knight g7, so after knight g7 here, knight h2 is going to g4 with decisive effect. So desperately black decided to sacrifice the material, but compensation is not enough. So white is simply winning. Taking on g4, fg4, knight g4, queen g7, bishop h2, knight f4, bishop f4, and now knight d2, preparing to castle to the queen side. So again b4, but then d4, and the square c4 has been weakened. So potentially white can give a dangerous check on c4. Also the pawn on a6 is hanging. White wants to take the pawn a6 with the rook. So d5, e5, and the last desperate attempt, sacrificing the piece. But of course it is not enough. So white is easily winning, because now he is simply a rook up, and black resigned. Very easy, simple win for me.